Greetings, my friends. Great to have you. Rush Limbaugh, the EIB network, and the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. I am America's real anchor man, doing what I was born to do. It's great to have you here. The telephone number, 800-282-2882, and the email address, lrushmo@eibnet.com. I guess the biggest stories of the day are the Iranian nuclear negotiations. And man, oh man, it's the news coming out of there is, it's distressing, it's depressing, but it's all too predictable. And one of the sidebar news stories about the Iranian nuclear talks is that Obama, there's a credible train of thought, folks, that is percolating inside the Beltway and up to New York, the New York-Washington corridor, that Obama is officially, within the next few months or so, is officially going to abandon Israel as a United States ally. And the way it would happen, we've been negotiating the Middle East peace process, which we have detailed in great detail here, as its own entity. The Middle East peace process is like a corporation. It never ends. The Middle East peace process is a career. The Middle East peace process, you can grow up and have as an objective in life to work at the Middle East peace process. You can make a career out of it because nobody will ever be out of work because the problem is solved. The Middle East peace process is an ongoing, never-solved process. And it features different people over the course of generations making the same arguments, depending on who you're talking to and what side they represent. And because these ongoing negotiations of the Middle East peace process have not produced anything anywhere near close to peace, the scuttlebutt inside the Beltway and up to the New York corridor is that Obama is going to solve the Middle East peace process by going to the United Nations, getting a resolution demanding a two-state solution and divvying up Jerusalem and giving part of it to Palestine or the Palestinians, which would be a total sellout of the Israelis. Now, I'm here to tell you, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but with Obama, the experience teaches us never to discount these kinds of things because they actually make perfect sense if you put them in context of the U.S. foreign policy mission and directives during this administration. If there is any truth, what could be behind this? It has to be, folks, this is an act of hate. I mean, I hate to be so blunt about it, but that's what this is. That's for Obama to this scuttlebutt that Obama is finally going to just rip the cord, so to speak, and disown Israel and go to the United Nations and let a Security Council resolution or some other kind of resolution actually establish the Middle East peace process results. You have that there's only one thing that could be motivating or inspiring, and that's hate. And it is extremely, sadly, it's predictable. And now the monkey wrench that the Iranians have thrown in the deal. Here we were on the verge of carrying Obama being able to launch this gigantic celebration. That finally we had reached an agreement with the Iranians and the future of their nuclear program, and it was on the verge of happening, and then predictably at the last moment, the Iranians threw in a monkey wrench, and they refused to allow any inspection or to give up any of the nuclear material that has been created to date, so that it could not be used for the creation of a nuclear weapon. Even Putin, even the Russians came in and they promised, okay, look, we'll hold your material in escrow, so to speak. And the Iranians said, no way, no how, not going to do it. And the regime, Obama administration, caught flat-footed with this latest development. More details coming up. New York Times has a big story on it, and they are clearly not happy either, because everybody thought we were on a slam dunk. An American president, the greatest ever, Barack Obama, getting a deal with the Iranians on nuclear weapons and so forth. The Middle East is a mess. The world is on fire. And it's precisely because the United States is being de-emphasized. It's precisely because the values and the traditions and the institutions that have made this country great are absent and are not being applied. That's why the world is on fire. It's why the Middle East is. And Netanyahu came out and said, this deal's even worse than we thought. This is even worse than we thought it was going to be. Details on that coming. And, of course, we've got Indiana, with the left going absolutely bonkers over what they claim is legalized discrimination against gay and lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender people, when that's not what happened. But it doesn't matter. Facts don't matter. What happened is not, it doesn't, if the media is going to portray this as Indiana is discriminating against gays, then that's what people are going to think. When that's not what has happened. The religious freedom of people has been affirmed in Indiana, much as it has in many, many other states, and much as it was signed into law by Bill Clinton back in the 1990s. Nothing different from then to now, except the pop culture orientation of everything. Got to take a quick time out here, folks. We'll come back and start putting all of this together right after this break. Do not go away. Having more fun than a human being should be allowed to have. Yet another exciting, busy broadcast week is underway here on the one and only EIB network. Now, what's the monkey wrench, if there's such a thing, in the latest talks with Iran has to do with enriched uranium. You see, the Iranians have some. They have some enriched uranium, and part of the deal is that they are going to give it up for a time as a show of commitment, that they have no intention whatsoever of immediately making a nuclear bomb. And the Iranians at the last minute said, you know what, we're not going to give you our enriched uranium. Screw you. Jean-Francois Kelly, screw you. And the U.S. said, hey, wait, you said you were going to let us have your uranium. And the mullah said, sorry, not to America, you do not get it. At which point, Russia came in. Vladimir Putin said, hey, we'll take it. We'll hold the Iranians' enriched uranium in escrow, so to speak, meaning we'll put it over here in some sort of warehouse, and we'll guard it zealously. We will be vigilant that nobody can get to it, and nobody will ever see it. Now, what could possibly go wrong with that? The Iranians rejected that as well. So Russia has given Iran all the reactors and the nuclear tech that they have, or the vast majority of it. That's where the Iranians have gotten it. So the Russians coming in and saying, hey, we'll save the day here. We'll take your enriched uranium, and we'll hold it for you. It would be like Iran keeping it. But the Iranians saved Obama from agreeing with the principle because they refused. Everybody knows that Russia would be more than happy to give or sell back Iran's enriched uranium right back to them that they're holding in escrow. I think, as I said at the top of the program, the administration is thinking, well, I've got to take a break. I'm sorry. Be right back. Don't go away. As I was saying at the top of the program, I mentioned that there's a Washington Post story, by the way. This is not some cockeyed, obscure source. Jackson Deal, Washington Post, is reporting that the regime, the Obama regime, is getting ready to back a United Nations Security Council resolution that would, quote, mandate the solution to the questions Israelis and Palestinians have been unable to agree upon for decades, such as the future of Jerusalem. So the Middle East peace process, this never-ending career-type existence, that's been going on for decades with no resolution, Obama is, according to the Washington Post, months away from selling Israel out and just going to the UN and getting a Security Council resolution that mandates a two-state solution and the future of Jerusalem. And my point at the top of the program, anybody that would do something like that has to be motivated by hate. In this case, for Israel, an ally. Make no mistake, taking this route would not be taken to protect or to enforce the rights of Israelis here. Obama would do this because Netanyahu will not agree with Obama, what Obama wants. And Obama now doubly insulted. Not only will Netanyahu not cave, Netanyahu came and showed him up with that joint speech to Congress. So it's get even time. You don't show up narcissists like that. You don't publicly humiliate them like that. So this is okay. All right, fine. Is that what you want to do? Well, I'll just go to the UN. I'll get a Security Council where you people are hated. Obama knows that anti-Semitism's home is the United Nations. Make no mistake about that. The modern-day home of anti-Semitism, anti-Israeli anti-Semitism is the UN. So you go there and you get your UN resolution mandating a solution to the so-called peace process, and you write, you commit to paper the future makeup of Jerusalem, and you enforce it. None of that would be done on Israel's behalf, believe me. And I'm just saying that to do something like that, there has to be huge emotions. I mean, there's got to be real anger to do something like that, bordering on hate. And no, I'm not going to take that back. I'll tell you, folks, I'm sick and tired of this idea that all the hate in the world is absent the Democrats or the left, that the left do not hate. That's just utter BS. They're obsessed with hate more than any other group I can think of.